Alright, this next one is going to be for the super fun game called SuperFight by Skybound Games. They had a nice big booth there at Comic-Con. They had one last year. Last year I hadn't played the game yet though, and I had time, but I didn't stop to play the demo. A couple months ago, a friend of mine who bought the game and highly recommended it, we got to play it briefly, and I liked it. I did play a demo of this new game that they were selling, and I forgot the name of it, but it basically plays like SuperFight, except it's, they called it like a dating game, where people get cards and they try to put together the perfect date for you using examples in the cards. Like with SuperFight, there will be two good ones and one really bad one. So for instance, you might have cards in your hand and you throw down two that are good traits and then you throw down one that's bad. So it could be like, I don't know, it's the Princess of Moldavia and she owns a rocket ship. Then the bad one would be she has a voice like Gilbert Gottfried. Something like that. And it was fun. I'm just not into the whole dating game type thing. But, so we did pick up the SuperFight game and two expansion decks. They had a ton of expansion decks there. And they were all, they had them open so you could peer through them. And these two looked really fun. But before I open anything else, I'm going to show you some of the exclusive cards they were giving out. You can just go up there and ask and say, hey, do you have any exclusive cards? Or they'll just throw some at you when you buy them. So these are the cards we got. We got wielding a magical flaming swordfish. We got two of those. All right, cool. We got holding a shield made of Thor's abs. We got ancient and powerful bear wizard. We got 10,000 stampeding puppies. And a grandma riding a T-Rex. Fun stuff. And I'm sure those weren't the only cards that they had. He just had a handful that he puts in front of you like this, and you pick one blankly. Now this is the exclusive deck of cards that you have to buy, exclusive to Comic-Con. You can see it says SDCC 2016 exclusive. So I'll open this up and go through it really quick. As you can see, this card here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Blank, and you get to draw another character card. Cool. Come on, let's open this up. Don't want to cut myself. We almost there? One more time. Now I know there's some nervous Nellies out there watching me do this, going, oh my god, he's going to cut himself open. And other people are just waiting for it to happen. You know, like the train wreck you can't stop looking at. That's why people watch things like drag racing and stuff. They're hoping to see a wreck. Okay, so, I already read this card. What's this? Robo-Bear. Ancient and powerful bear wizard. Okay, we already saw that. 10-headed dragon. Ferret swarm. Moth the size of a skyscraper. Sentient tornado full of sharks. Now, doesn't that sound familiar? Intergalactic bounty hunter. Like the sound of that. Evil artificial intelligence. So that's like, what's his name? Brainiac. Alright, here's one of the positive cards, or the set of positive cards. Can jump 1 mile high, but needs a parachute to land safely. Has a squirt gun and unlimited napalm. Armed with an aging ray. Body is covered in porcupine quills. Breaks into smaller versions of itself when chopped in half. Whoa, that sounds nice. Has teeth made of diamonds. Wearing a razor-sharp fedora. That's like that James Bond villain. Oddjob, was it? Has the bottom half of a giant bee. And armed with a whip made of lightning. And that sounds cool. That sounds really cool. Right? So those were the exclusive Comic-Con cards with the free ones that they were giving out. So if you're a fan of SuperFight, you're kind of going to already know what's inside this box. So I'll just open it up and do a brief overview anyway. And then we'll look at the expansions we got in more detail. The expansions we got were the Orange Deck 2, which I believe is based around more geeky type fantasy characters from video games and sci-fi and stuff like that. And the other one is the Anime Deck 2, and that's kind of self-explanatory. So here it is, the unboxing of the SuperFight game from Skybound Games. Sorry. 10% off the digital. Okay, they were showing that. They had, I guess they have a digital version of SuperFight on Steam that you can play with other people in real time. It looks really fun. If you're like me and you don't have people to play with. It's subscription based though. I'm not too much of a fan of that. It should be, I believe, for my money, that it should be just a one-time thing. And maybe I'm getting it wrong. I don't know. A lot of people are selling subscription stuff, and I just kind of check out when I hear about that. Right. So as you can see, you get a ton of cards in this. What's this? Counterfeit alert. SuperFight core decks purchased after 1/1/16 have been the target of pirates. Double check that your core deck says printed in the USA to be sure you have a legitimate copy. Wow, I had no idea. That sucks. Who would... Wow, I guess that kind of, it's kind of a confession of their popularity, but that's lame. Who would bootleg? Wow. Never mind. Okay, so, yeah, look at that. You get a ton of cards. Super fun game to play. I'd go through it in more detail, but I'm sure, you know, if you're watching this, you probably haven't played the game. There are tons of other videos on YouTube of people just recording themselves playing the game, having fun or whatever. Other more in-depth reviews from people much more capable than me. So if you're at all curious about this game, watch some review videos or some playthroughs. It's really fun. Of course, with the more players you have, the more fun it is. So check it out. Now, these are the two expansion decks we got at Comic-Con. We'll open up the orange deck first. Alright, we'll use the knife. We'll use the knife. Promise I won't hurt myself. There we go. Right. This is SuperFight, the Orange Deck 2. I did get to look through the decks before I bought them, so I knew what I was getting and was fascinated by some of the categories. Here's another counterfeit alert at the top. Alright, so this is the description of the Orange Deck. Orange Deck 2 boldly goes where no Orange Deck has gone before, with 100 new cards from your favorite nerdy books, movies, comics, and TV shows. Your deck will be shiny and chrome all the way to Valhalla. I like the sound of that. So we got Batman, Kian, Shredder, Zelda, but a girl, Black Knight, the Highlander, Moriarty, Odin, Merlin, pick a Lannister, pick a Stark, Mystique, pick a Captain, Ganondorf, Skeletor, Grumpy Cat, Spock, Mother of Dragons, Charizard, pick a Droid, Furiosa, Sandworm, Potions Master, Headmaster of a famous wizarding school, Owlbear, Legolas, Poison Ivy, Wonder Woman, Hellboy, Joker, Basilisk, Lick, or Lich, depending on how you want to say it, Archer, Deadpool, Toothless, Xena, Luck Dragon, 20 blanks controlled by a hive mind. Oh, wow. So you'd pick another character card, so you could say 20 Xenas controlled by hive mind. Wouldn't that be dangerous? Flash, Suicide Squad, Balrog, half pony, half monkey monster, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Green Ranger, Princess Peach, Aquaman, Indigo Montoya, Ender, Rick and Morty, 500 corgi-sized AT-ATs from Star Wars, Bill Nye, and Elemental. Okay, cool. Earth, air, fire, water. Right? And these are their weapons that they're given. Armed with the Triforce of your choice, wisdom, power, or courage. Has the aim of a stormtrooper, armed with a Necronomicon, armed with a flame-throwing guitar. Is secretly a Cylon. Has 4 evil robot tentacles attached to their back. Is blind but has crazy martial arts abilities. Turns into bright green rage monster when angry. Driving the Batmobile, leading a troop of Urukai. On a superhero team with blank and blank. Has an adamantium skeleton. Has pyrokinesis, wearing an Ant-Man suit. Armed with the proton pack, has one at 1 HP. Driven mad by the outer gods. Piloting Neil deGrasse Tyson's cosmic ship. Every attack they make is a critical hit. Is a clever girl. Armed with a lightsaber boomerang. Oh, that sounds cool. Wearing a cloaking device. Alright, these cards here, these different colored cards, they were described to me as being areas or places where the fight is taking place. So you draw these along with the other cards and you pick one to be the fighting arena. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. These are blank cards that you can turn into anything you want. So again, these are environments or areas where you can battle. Mount Doom, Bridge of Khazad-dûm, Helicarrier, Temple of Doom, LV-426, that planet with all the xenomorphs, The Wall, Skull Island, Swamp of Sadness, the Fire Swamp, the Matrix, and I guess these are condition cards. Excuse me. Both fighters are controlled by really derpy Pokemon trainers. Fight has a $100 special effects budget. All fights are being hunted by predators, all fighters. Areas covered in tribbles, Sharknado, surrounded by an angry horde of goblins. All fighters are at 1 HP. All fighters have moms named Martha. I wonder what they're referring to there. Fighters are on the opposite sides of the Force. All events are controlled by a sadistic dungeon master. Now, don't we know those? All right. This video is going a bit long, so I'm going to stop it here and do a separate video for the SuperFight Anime Deck 2. Thanks for watching.